coupe in the lot. Tell her for a 12 for a swat. Busting all the bells at the box. I just hit a lick with the box. I just put a stick in the box. Pull up the whole damn seal. I'ma get lazy. Drink out the mojo juice. We're trapping at an 80. She said the nigga so. Got the cash out. Told him wipe a nigga nose. Say slap slap.
Wait the fuck. I did not gang affiliated. But who the fuck forgot that song existed? Because I did, but it's still a banger. What a good song, bro. I'm not gonna, shit, I don't know, bro. I don't know what to say. But trade recap time. Hopefully I don't get that video taken down. Hopefully I don't get this video taken down. Whatever. It is what it is. But this trade was not good, I'm going to be honest with you. This trade was not good. Well, it would have been good if I just was like paying attention and actually followed my strategy, but I wasn't. So, longs. Why was I looking for longs? Pretty much Trump, a lot of insider trading and all that stuff had occurred. We'd just been coming down. I was bullish on this day as well, or yesterday, and I ended up losing that trade. Is what it is, but I kind of carried on that same bias here as my confluences for this were just more extensive, as in like we had filled more of this imbalance and taken out more liquidity. Yeah, other than that, we pretty much just had all these like 1, 2, 3 sort of highs, and this one up here that I wanted all of them to get taken out. I had a final take profit for this 1 hour high, and pretty much I saw Asian session took out this previous day low, London session took out this Asia session low, and this 1 hour low, I'm pretty sure it was. But yeah, and then pretty much going straight into New York session, we instantly had a break structure to the upside. We then inversed this as well, both on the 15-minute and then going down to the 5-minute, looking for entry confluences. Yeah, we had this. Where was it? Yeah, wait a minute. Let me think here, because I remember I should have entered. Yeah, this is where I wanted to enter. Let me just mark that out. This is where I wanted to enter, all right? Because we had this candle wick down into this imbalance right here. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bit. But yeah, this candle here wicked this imbalance, bullish candle out of it. That is where I wanted to enter. I wasn't paying attention, so I didn't enter there, which is pretty much like, I don't know. Let me look on the 1 minute. What the fuck? Okay. On the 1 minute, instead, I was like, basically, I really wanted to enter, so I just moved on to the 1 minute, just look for any confluence I could find, which I did end up finding. Wait a fucking minute, I'm so lost. We had, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure, wait, what? Oh yeah, we just tapped into this imbalance and I just entered off here, but I'm not actually sure why the fuck it's placed up there, but yeah, I entered from this imbalance on the 1 minute, which was annoying as, look at my RR, look at the difference. Well, I only had my first take profit being hit, so I'll just bring it there. All right. Look at the difference, right? This is a 1.24, so if you bring that all the way down here, it would have been almost a 2. It would have gone from just over a 1 to almost a 2 risk to reward. Pretty much would have basically just made me a lot more money, but it didn't. You know what made the amount of money I made a lesser amount is the fact that I forgot to move my stop loss to break even, and I ended up closing on the wick, like the bottom of this, like right here. This is where I closed, the very bottom. Keep in mind, it went straight back up to my break even point. So if I just like, it was so annoying because I didn't look at, last time I looked at it, my first take profit got hit. I put that on my story somewhere around here. I didn't look at it until we were right here. I was fucking annoyed and just, I don't know, I was just pissed off. I just closed straight away, and then we ended up going straight back up. So like, we probably down here for what, like 6 or 7 minutes maybe, but and yeah, I don't know, bro. I just, man, I don't know. What a bad, like, genuine, what a bad day. What a bad, like, it had so much potential, but because I wasn't concentrating, I was just focusing on other things, and I wasn't just putting my mind like fully on this. I just threw away a lot of money because let's say we had it like this, this was my trade, and I had my stop loss at break even. This is I'm very happy with this. We what Set it here. Let's say I risked. I actually ended up. Oh my gosh! I actually ended up only risking 1.5% instead of 2% because of the previous day loss. This I was bullish on, and we lost because of this imbalance and just I'm blaming on this imbalance and just we were just consolidating. So because of that, I had a weaker bias, so to say. So I ended up bringing it down to 1.5% instead of 2. But either way, 1.5%. I think I closed for 20, like literally just £20 up here on a, what was it, like a 1.24 or something. Yeah, okay, 1.24. So it's there, 1.24, so 1.94. It probably would have been about 32 pounds that I would have closed for. And that £20 I closed for, I ended up closing for minus 12 down here. So it only ended up making £8, which is about $10. I ended up making $10 when in reality I should have made about $45, which is, it is what it is. But I don't know, guys. I'm giving you free sauce. I'll be honest. Like, this is one of the worst months about, but I'm gonna be profitable at the end of the month, and this is my worst trading month. And I post every single trade I take. Before the trade, I post it on my story. On my entry, I post it on my story. When my first take profit gets hit, I post it on my story. I post everything on my story, whether it's moving my stop loss to break even. I go through the whole trade on my story. If you follow my TikTok, you're profitable. Like, get with the program, guys.